I think he's seeing that he's one of the so-called experts whose credibility was hurt last night, because he was here in Delaware meeting with a lot of the Tea Party folks, asking them not to get behind me. And their response was, "You're asking us to put party power over principles. You obviously don't understand what's going on in the country this year." You know, so it's a shame, because I would say that that's a lazy way out.
Well, Karl Rove is a former senior advisor to President George W. Bush. He's also a Fox News contributor, and he is with us now to answer some of those charges. So do you feel, Karl, like your credibility is diminished?
No, look, she believes she's going to win, and that's what a candidate ought to believe. I think the questions about why she had a problem for 5 years with paying her federal income taxes, why her house was foreclosed on and put up for a sheriff's sale, while it took 16 years for her to settle her college debt and get her diploma after she went around for years claiming she was a college graduate. These and other troubling sort of personal background things, she thinks that she has explained them. I think she's got to. I think a lot of voters in Delaware are going to want more than she's offering to them right now, and we'll see. I mean, 59 days from now, we'll see if these issues matter or not. And if she wins, more power to her. She's right on the issues, but I think the voters of Delaware are not going to just want to know, are you right on the issues, but do you have the character and record and background that gives me confidence you're the right person for the job.
You think she's not electable?
Well, look, that's going to be proven. What I said last night was she's got to answer these troubling questions. It's not enough. She said, look, I'm puzzled as to why the IRS put a lien on me. Well, you don't have an IRS lien put on for your taxes that you failed to pay in 2005, 5 years later, unless you haven't paid your taxes. You know, she said it was a technical mistake by the bank why her house was the subject of a foreclosure lawsuit that she lost, and her house was put up for sale at a sheriff's sale. And just before the sheriff's sale, she sold the house on which she owed $90-some-odd thousand. She sold it to $135,000 to her boyfriend, who was also her campaign advisor. I mean, the people are going to want to know more about these. What does she do? Why'd she have only $5,800 in living expenses? Why did she claim to be a graduate of Farley Dickinson in the mid-'90s? Since the mid-'90s, when it turns out she just got her degree because she had unpaid college bills that they'd had to sue her over. I mean, she thinks, and I accept it, she says, look, the fact that I've had financial difficulties like this make me a sympathetic figure. We'll see here in 59 days whether or not that's what's the verdict of the people of Delaware. But John, there's something even bigger here, and let's not lose sight of this. First of all, she won against a very experienced and qualified Republican, longtime Republican office holder in a huge turnout. 30,000 people were expected to vote. More than twice that many people voted. This is a huge upset, and Mike Castle lost because he had voted in ways that were not in keeping with the mainstream of the Republican Party in Delaware. And as a result, this Tea Party candidate comes in and snaps a stunning victory. And more power to her for doing it. Now she's got a tough road ahead to deal with these character questions and issues. When you have the headline in the state's leading newspaper, O'Donnell faces campaign debt back tax issues, that's something you got to deal with, and you can't get away with simply saying, oh, go to my website, I got the answers there.
Very quickly, though, Karl, Sarah Palin endorsed her, Jim DeMint endorsed her. Are you saying that they're wrong?
No, I'm saying, look, Sarah Palin also endorsed last night the guy who lost the primary in Maryland to Bob Ehrlich, the former governor of the state. Sarah Palin and I were both backing a candidate in Colorado who lost. People are entitled to make a decision as to who they want to back. If Sarah Palin is for Christine O'Donnell, I hope that she will bring her formidable fundraising prowess and her magnetic personality to the state to back her choice in the general election.
All right. Karl Rove, Fox News contributor. Good to talk to you, Karl. Thanks.
Thank you.